The AK-24, I think, is undoubtedly my most used weapon across all the weapons available in Battlefield 2042. This thing is an absolute powerhouse, and today I wanted to share the weapon setup I have going for the AK-24, so the attachments I have on there and in my plus system. So starting off with the barrel. So I have the Warhawk compensator on here. The reason why I have this specific attachment, it's because it makes the horizontal recoil much easier to control, and generally speaking, controlling horizontal recoil is always more difficult than controlling vertical recoil. So vertical recoil is up and down, horizontal left and right. So to control vertical recoil, all you really have to do is pull down on your mouse or pull down on your joystick, which is a lot easier to do than actually having to move your mouse left and right to control recoil or move your joystick left and right. So that is why I always use the Warhawk compensator. I have other barrels here, but I never really change out from this specific barrel attachment. Moving on to the underbarrel. So the LWG grip is my go-to here, and for some reason it is the only grip available that only has a positive stat. So as you can see here, it plus accuracy while static. I don't know if this is a mistake and it should have reduced accuracy while moving for the LWG grip, because I do believe it's the only weapon on which it has only a positive stat, but the LWG grip is really my go-to here because it really has no negatives if you just look at what it does to your weapon. And I didn't really notice that much of a difference in accuracy while moving compared to having no underbarrel whatsoever. And my second one here, which I'm going to talk about really quickly, is the 40mm incendiary. Now, the reason I have this equipped on here is because one, I can, and two, it is very good at clearing out rooms or, you know, defending MCOMs. When you are just armed or something, you pop that on there to prevent enemies from going there without you noticing, because if they do end up going on the MCOM and start to defuse, you'll get hit markers so you know that somebody's defusing the bomb. And also it is very good at blocking pathways. So let's say you're holding a corner and you want to block off the corner to your right. Well, you just have to pop an incendiary to your right, and you know that that corner is much less likely to have enemies push you because they would have to go through the fire, again alerting you with the hit markers that somebody is in fact going on that side. So that is why I have the incendiary on here. It is just very versatile and helps me clear rooms or block pathways. And when you get further along in the unlocks for the AK-24, the drum mag is my go-to. I have other mags on here, so armor piercing. Don't really swap out often out of the drum mag. It does reload a lot slower than the other mags, but 51 rounds, you can just take care of so many enemies without an issue here. And you only get 2 drum mags, but if you're carrying around ammo, or if you have a teammate that carries around ammo, chances are you're not going to run out of ammo all that much. And yeah, 51 rounds, you can decimate a lot of people with this thing because of how powerful the AK-24 is. As for sights, I have my go-to K8 Hollow here, which is pretty much a PKO6 or PKO7, I think it's called. But I think for legal reasons, they can't actually call it that. But this is my go-to sight. I like the sight picture on it. The reticle is clear with the green. I never really swap out to a more magnified optic. I'm a pretty aggressive player, and this 1.25x sight, close combat sight, is more than enough for what I'm using this gun for. So I never really swap out to higher magnified optics. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about my AK-24 setup and the attachments I put on it pretty much 100% of the time. Give this weapon a try. I know it can seem a little difficult to control the recoil at times, especially in medium range, but tap firing this is amazing, like really, really powerful. You also have 3 fire modes on here, so fully automatic, single fire, and burst. So it's pretty much like the best overall assault rifle in my opinion. It deals a lot of damage. You can take care of a lot of enemies, even with the base mags. And yeah, it might not be as good as the M5A3 with the close quarter setup I showed, I think, last week, but you can definitely do a lot of damage with this weapon. And there's a lot of long line of sights in this game, so you rarely are really fighting in really close quarters unless you're like in a specific building or something. So there's a lot of long sight ranges, so having a weapon that you can use at much longer ranges, such as the AK-24, is really advantageous to you. But anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.